All right, welcome in. Moose with the Box, presented by Gotlet Light Installers. LSU wins it 12-3 over Louisiana Tech. They got to play all 9 innings, which I think was a very good thing because it allowed you to use 8 pitchers and a bunch of different guys that you needed to get out there on the mound. 12 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For LSU, they would leave 7 men on base, but the game was really never in doubt after they raced out to a 4-0 lead in the first. LSU, that's sad. I don't think they ever trailed by more than. I don't think they ever. I don't think they ever. What am I trying to say? Louisiana Tech never got closer than 4. Y'all smash the like button, get subscribed if you have not already. Of course, we're presented by Gotlet Light Installers, gotletlights.com. Excuse me. Really impressive win for LSU tonight. There's stuff we'll talk about. Ethan Frey was awesome, and I can't wait to really kind of get into his night because it's just so encouraging, and it dovetails off the conversation we were having even in the weekend recap against Mississippi State, as well as in our little bit of a preview here for this game tonight. So really, really excited there. LSU, from a pitching standpoint, tonight, they walked more than they struck out, but there needs to be context in that. Not all walks are created equal, in a sense that 4 of the 7 walks that were issued came from Jacob Myers and Dalton Beck. And those guys just are not going to – you're not going to count on them on the weekend, right? If you're looking at guys that pitched tonight that you've seen from the weekend, LSU walked 3. And that's very encouraging. One thing that I liked a lot from LSU tonight as well, on the mound, is that only 1 inherited runner scored tonight. And y'all, that's a scrappy La Tech lineup. Look, they're not the best lineup you're going to face. They're not the best lineup that you have faced or anything of that nature. But it's a scrappy little club, and only 1 inherited runner scored tonight. That was big, because that's been something you've seen be a struggle for this bullpen. What that tells me is they came in and were in the zone more often than not, which is great. So, you saw some success from Cooper Williams, which I thought was very good. He did walk 2, but he was able to pitch around it, and both of his walks came with 2 outs, which that's not going to kill you. I thought he was very economical, very efficient, just the 23 pitches in 2 innings, which again tells me more often than not he was in the zone. He came in with an inherited runner, got the hitter on 3 pitches. He went fastball, breaking ball, and it was a bouncer to Jared Jones at first base. It comes in out of the bullpen, 3 pitches, 3 strikes. That's what you need. Maverick Rizzi, same deal. Maverick Rizzi came in out of the bullpen, runner on base, first pitch gets the pop up to center field, and you're out of that inning. That's more of what you need. Now, am I going to sit here and tell you that that's going to translate to this weekend against Oklahoma? No, I'm not. You need to see it more. But that is encouraging, at least to me. DJ Primo came in and gave up the home run, but you know what? He threw strikes, so he threw a strike on that pitch. He would get himself into a little bit of trouble later on before being lifted. But again, Connor Benj comes in, 1 pitch, 1 out. Okay. I liked seeing that from LSU on Tuesday night. Again, does that mean anything in the long run? Probably not. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see if they can build on that. We'll wait and see, if that is a confidence builder for this team. And then you went to Myers and Beck, and that was ultimately when the inherited runner finally scored. Beck allowed the inherited runner to score after inheriting a bases loaded. Well, actually, I think he put one on to load the bases. But he also showcased a fastball in the low 90s, like mixed bag. Mixed bag from Beck, but ultimately it was more balls than strikes. Same thing with Myers. And I thought Chandler Dorsey acquitted himself quite nicely out of the bullpen. That was good to see. So all in all, that's a successful night on the mound for LSU, in my opinion. I mean, look, you're facing you're facing Louisiana Tech, scrappy club. They fought with you for 6 innings, and then you eventually pulled away. William Schmidt. Let's go back to him, and then we'll get into some of the offense. Schmidt in that first inning was kind of exactly what you want to see. He was able to land the breaking ball. He got ahead in the count, and the fastball was 95-96. And again, you get a glimpse of it. Okay, that's where it is. The issue is, in that second inning, he's behind in the count much more. I mean, Zeb Ruddle leads off that inning. He gets ahead, Schmidt falls behind 2-0, has to serve it over the plate. It's hit into the bleachers in left field. After that, I immediately want to see the response from William Schmidt, and he gives up the ground rule double. But he had fallen behind 2-0 there as well. Whenever after that ground rule double, he locked back in. He got the pop up to second, was ahead 0-2. Brody Drost comes up. He gets ahead of him 0-1, falls behind eventually, but then that was the ball right back to him. And then he gets ahead of Will Safford 0-2 and ultimately gets the out. So in all, it was a good bounce back for Schmidt there. And then in the third, that's when he gave up his walk. But again, it was a walk with 2 outs. So that's not going to kill you. And in fact, it didn't. He bounced back great from that. Ahead 0-2, gets the bouncer to first base, and he's out. I thought that was a really encouraging outing from William Schmidt. Now, can he build on it? He threw, let me get his pitch count real fast. He threw 51 pitches. Don't know what that means for him for the weekend. Saturday at the earliest is probably where I would go there, but it was good to get him back out there for an extended outing and see him have some success. Just the 1 run given up, and it was a solo homer. Solo homers aren't going to kill you. So I was encouraged. I was very encouraged by what we saw from William Schmidt. You're just going to you're just going to have to keep getting him out there, keep working him back, and hope that he comes along, you can get him back onto the weekend, and ultimately he produces for you at the level that we all know he can, because that's going to be a huge piece for LSU's bullpen. Gotlet Light Installers. Then we'll get to the offense. Gotlet Light Installers, gotletlights.com. Permanent outdoor landscape lighting, front yard, backyard, pool area, patio, or your front flower beds. Gotlet Light Installers. They've got you covered there. Remember, it's not just the Christmas lights anymore, than temporary outdoor lighting as well for maybe your private event, wedding. Y'all, graduations are coming up. We're inside 2 months now from graduation. You have a grad in your family, you're throwing them a party, you need some lighting. Gotlet Lights, Gotlet Light Installers. Go to gotletlights.com. Check out on Facebook as well. Follow them there on Facebook. Gotlet Christmas Light Installers is their Facebook. You can always see a bunch of different things that they have going on, what their offers are aside from lights, things of that nature. Gotlet Lights, gotletlights.com. Offense. We're going to get to Ethan Frey, but I want to say this before. First of all, loved all the at-bats you got, people. That was awesome to see. You got to see Mick Paul get an AB, John Pearson again out there, Ashton Larson. You got to see plenty of guys. That's fantastic. LSU was held down a little bit in the middle innings of this ball game. I mean, before that 7th inning, they were sitting on 4 hits, I believe. And a lot of that's credit to Louisiana Tech. Those 3 arms they brought out of the bullpen first, I was impressed. Let's see, the first one was Landon Fontenot. I mean, that was a lefty up into the low 90s with a nice hook. And, I mean, he pitched quite well against LSU. I think the only run he gave up was the solo homer to Jones in 2 innings, so I thought he was very good. Nate McGee would follow, a righty who, again, was into the low 90s. He only gave up 1 run. And then Kreider came in, and that kid was throwing 96 from the right side with a funky delivery. Had a great 6th inning against LSU. Then the wheels fell off for him in the 7th, and LSU was finally able to really break the game open. But I was impressed with those 3 arms from La Tech. Credit to those guys. They really held down a good LSU lineup in the middle innings of that game. But as we always talk about, it's just so hard to hold this LSU team down for 9 innings. You're just not really going to do it. So it was great to obviously see them, break through eventually. Ethan Frey, he is your player of the game. There is no doubt about that. He need not come out of the lineup right now. And again, I will tell you why. Ethan Frey was 3 for 4 tonight. He drove in 4 runs out of your cleanup spot. Mwah, love that. Chef's kiss. The 3 hits came off of right-handed pitching. And y'all, that has been the crux of our conversation about Ethan Frey here the last few weeks, where it really started in that Missouri series, the Sunday game. They started leaving him in against right-handed pitching, and he kept producing. And you've just seen it throughout, and it progressed to the point where now he's getting starts against right-handed pitching, like you saw in Game 3 against Mississippi State, and all throughout tonight he stays in against the right-handed pitching. Remember, Ethan Frey a year ago. I'm going to get this number real quick. Hold on. Let me go find this. I'll give you what he hit against left-handed pitching. Against right-handed pitching versus left-handed pitching a year ago. I don't think it was on that one. I think it is on this one. Let's see here. Splits. Sorry, guys. I meant to grab this before. Oh, wait a minute. Where is it? I know they have it. Is it right here? Now I can't find it. I had it the other day, and now I cannot find it. Here we go. Ethan Frey, a season ago, hit 270 against lefties. He hit 150 against right-handed pitching a season ago in 2024. That's why you saw him throughout this early part of the season only being there against lefties, and he was dominating. He was mowing them down, and he's continuing to work and develop. And now you're seeing that because he is in there against right-handed pitching and absolutely dominating that as well. And it's not just in the non-conference in the midweek. He's doing it against SEC pitching as well. 3 hits tonight, and all 3 of them came off the righty. It was a double, a single, and a homer off the pitch clock, which is an absolute rocket. 4 RBI. Ethan Frey had 4 at-bats tonight and drove in 4 runs. Y'all, that is exactly what you want out of your cleanup hitter. And again, if he's coming along against righties, you need not take him out of the lineup. Whether you have to put him in right field or at DH, I don't really care. That's your guy, and that's your cleanup hitter. And that is exactly the type of guy you want to emerge in that cleanup role, because he is a monster. He can change the scoreboard in so many different ways, and you saw that tonight. Homer, RBI single, RBI double. And not only that, what we've talked about as well, it further strengthens your protection of Jared Jones, because now you have Dickinson protecting Jones and Frey protecting Dickinson. You're not going to want to put Dickinson on because you got Frey on deck who could hit a 3-run homer and really hurt you. Like, this is a major development right now for LSU's lineup. That is exactly the type of bat you wanted in that spot for everything we just named. And now it's power. He also gives you a third 400 hitter in the lineup. Ethan Frey is hitting 404 right now. 404. That is otherworldly at this point in the season. He had 4 at-bats tonight. Let's see. He came into the game with Frey came into the game with 53 at-bats. So now he's at 57. He's hitting .404. He's crossed the threshold of 20 RBI. Like, I need to see Ethan Frey in the lineup every day. And I'll tell you, more often than not, I think that's going to mean Josh Pearson is the odd man out. And I'm okay with that. Although, I mean, you look at it, and Pearson's hitting .302. He's had a great season. But I love him as an option off the bench, pinch hitting, because he's a guy that has shown this year that he can face righty or lefty. So I love that, having a veteran presence you could potentially bring off the bench late in the game for a pinch hit opportunity. A guy who you know they trust, who every LSU fan trusts, because he's done nothing but come up with big hits and big catches and clutch moments throughout his entire career. So I really look at this, and I think that is honestly your best configuration right now. And again, it's not a slight on Josh Pearson. We love Josh Pearson on this show. Big Josh Pearson show. And he will continue to impact LSU's season. But it's hard to deny, looking at Ethan Frey hitting .404 and being such a menace in your cleanup spot, and then also looking further down the lineup and seeing Jake Brown hitting .354, who's also driving in runs out of the 6-hole. They have so many options. It's awesome. And it's not something that I really thought would work the way they had it laid out. But it has. It has worked. And I don't know how you do anything right now but love this offense. And I'm so happy for Ethan Frey, because that's a guy who's got all the talent in the world, as you can see, and he's had to fight through injuries and all things of that nature. He's really overcoming. And again, you don't see that in today's college athletics. A guy who sticks it out and stays put. And Ethan Frey did, and right now it's paying dividends. And I can't wait to see him this weekend again. Chris Clavin, this is still an Ashton Larson show. This will forever be an Ashton Larson show. Great walk. Our guy drew a great walk tonight. I'm sorry, he hit into a fielder's choice. Our guy hit into a great fielder's choice tonight, which is fantastic. Then he came around to score. Great slide by our guy, getting around the tag at home plate. So, y'all, this is an awesome offense. It's an awesome offense. So, you saw Jared Jones. He scored 3 runs. He reached 3 times. He scored every time he was reached base. Absolutely golfed one. I mean, golfed the thing like 400 feet over the bleachers in left field. Just ridiculous raw power from Jared Jones. Ridiculous raw power on that swing. So, great win. 5th straight. You're 27-3 through 30 games. That is a great place to be, and now you'll head on the road, and we'll have plenty of time to talk about the series against Oklahoma. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Top 10 matchup on the road. There's some weather in the forecast, which please shoot me after this past weekend, but there's some weather in the forecast. We'll see how that's handled up in Norman, and it's going to be cold. It's going to be chilly. So that, I mean, LSU hadn't played in chilly weather in a while. They're going to this weekend, but the team has responded great after the series loss at Texas. Now they need to kind of show that again and show where they've improved, and they can go win on the road. All right, comments. Any that y'all would like to ask? Any questions? I don't know. What in the world is going on in this chat right now? Oh, my goodness. Any questions, guys? None. All right, Mo Formuso. Changed your handle. Jesus. All right, then. Well, just go to the top. That's a long, long way away, ain't it? I'm still not back up to the top. Shh. That's not what I wanted to do that. All right, I mean, I don't see questions. Tommy Whiteburner, does Cooper Williams really have a 0 ERA? Yes, he does. For the longest time, he hadn't given up a hit. He has an unearned run that he's given up. Mo for Musa, how about the 2 former Tigers going yard on us? Dude, happy for those guys, man. That's awesome. Zeb Ruddle turning around a fastball from William Schmidt, who actually took it opposite field, but that's great to see. And I mean, Brody Dross getting one too, man. Those were guys. I mean, especially Dross. I mean, he was highly touted, highly touted, coming out of high school. Oh, Andrew Sapp, thank you for reminding me. He asked any word on Shore's eye. Yes, Jay Johnson on his radio show Monday night did give an update on Chase Shores. Shores has 4 stitches above his eyes. Or, I mean, should I say above his eye. The swelling has gone down. He can see, and he even threw on Monday. So Shores is good to go. That is a direct quote from Jay Johnson. He's good to go. So expect to see him Saturday. That is massive. Like, that's huge, y'all, because that was scary. The good thing is nothing's broken, obviously, in his face. When you break that orbital bone or whatnot, you're out for the year. So that's huge. Yes, thank you, Andrew. I meant to mention that in this episode, and it had slipped my mind. So thank you for reminding me. Yes, Chase Shores, good to go. 4 stitches. Swelling has gone down and has even thrown again already. So that's really good. Really, really good for Shores and for LSU. C-Dub says, what about the gold tops with the purple pinstripe bottoms? I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'd have to see it. The one thing I never want to see in a real game is the golds on the gray pants, because it's horrible. They wear that sometimes in scrimmages. Ethan Sulfker? Is there ever a world we see a Curiel Brown Pearson outfield? Not this season. Maybe next season you see Curiel Brown and John Pearson. Chris Stanfield's not leaving center field, nor should he. He's your best defensive center fielder. You need to be strong up the middle. The guy catches damn near everything. Okay, Baton Rouge Raven, is that an April Fool's joke about Gavin Guidry, or did Jay Johnson actually say that tonight? I haven't had a chance to go back and listen to him, honestly. Somebody said Alexander had a great question. Is this about the security guard throwing that man a home run? I did. So, all right, so I spent the first 6 innings at the box. I made it home in the bottom of the 7th and turned it on ESPN. So I had no idea that even happened until they replayed it. I don't know what the deal was from there. I mean, I don't know. I kind of thought it was funny. I thought that was actually really funny. I'd love to know some context behind that, but I don't have any. But, you know, it's a good win for the boys tonight. 5 straight. You're 27-3. Really good. Really good. Okay, so Jay did give an update on Gavin Guidry. Awesome. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Since Jay spoke on it again, maybe we'll have a conversation again. Maybe not. Maybe not. They got to find some options on the mound out of the bullpen. And let's just say they're looking. They're searching. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Y'all smash the like button on your way out. Get subscribed, YouTube channel, and on your favorite podcast app. It's greatly appreciated. Follow me on the social medias. All that greatly appreciated as well. Be here next time for more. It's Moosewood's Box, presented by Gotlet Light Installers.